Yo, what is going on, guys? And welcome back to 365 Analytics. And it is Monday, July 21st. It is training camp week across the NFL. Training camps are officially fully opening this week. We have back together weekend, back together Saturday this weekend, where all the teams take the field, fans in attendance, and we are in football fever, people, as we are getting close to the season now. A week from this Thursday, we have the Hall of Fame game and we have preseason football coming up. So I am ready. I never wanted football more than I do right now. I am so ready. But today, we are on the channel here, 365 Analytics. We are going to be doing my 2025 NFL Top 100 to cap off the 2025 NFL Position Ranking Series. Originally, I was supposed to be doing this last week around Wednesday through Friday. I originally said had a pretty busy day Friday. Was going to finish it off Friday, make the video, get it uploaded for the weekend, but didn't have time to do that. I had a very busy day Friday. Didn't even get to turn on my computer on Friday. But we are here on Monday. I just literally finished 20 minutes ago the top 100, and I'm going to present the top 100 on the channel today. Before we get into this, if you guys do enjoy, please like, subscribe to the channel. That would all be greatly appreciated. This is a big ranking here, and I am excited to finally cap off this series and get ready into prediction season, into NFL preseason football. I am ready. So let's start it off with the rules, not the rules really, but the little things, the notes to take into account when you read this top 100 here. Positional value rarely taken into effect. I don't really take value into effect in this one. I include running backs, I include linemen. I don't just stack the quarterbacks high on the list. So position value is not really included at all. Value to players' respective teams highly take into effect. For example, Patrick Mahomes. For example, Myles Garrett, as you'll be able to see in a few minutes here. Those are valuable players to their team. They are very high on the list. This is not just based off this past 2024 season, it's based off the past few seasons overall. I am not just going to say, I'm not going to rank Tyreek Hill out of the top 100 because of the season he had. Tyreek Hill in 2023, or in 2024, I should say, or no, in 2023 at this point, broke tons of records, almost at 2,000 yards in the season, was great for the Dolphins. 2024 is not as good for him, but he's still going to be on this top 100 list. And the last one, a little of the overall NFL players and coaches' views on the player overall taking to my account. Not much of that in this list, as there's some players that are going to be a little bit controversial I left off the list. One of them in particular I'm going to talk about when I go over the just missed in a second here. But so yeah, that's about the rules right there. And let's get into the top 100. These are the names that just missed the list right here. Here is the 2025 NFL Top 100 heavily considered list of players that just missed the list, which I consider to sneak into that top 100. Just a few bit of names here, in no order, a bunch of players here. We have Brandon Aubrey, in my opinion, the best kicker in the league at this point since Justin Tucker has now moved on of the Dallas Cowboys. Got to give kicker some love. Put his name on here just because I considered him for the top 100. Three Buffalo Bills players here back to back. James Cook, Matt Milano, Christian Benford, all back to back to back. Josh Hines Allen, Andrew Van Ginkel, two great pass rushers for their respective teams. J.C. Horn, Devontae Smith, Laramie Tunsil, who was left off this list for the. I think I've done this list for this is my third year in a row. I think doing this list, and this is probably the first time I've had Laramie Tunsil off this since I started doing the top 100. He had a lot of penalties last year, just missed the list. Javon Holland, New York Giants free agent signing. Edgerrin Cooper going into year two now, had a great rookie year. This one's going to be controversial right here. Kirby Joseph. A lot of people consider him the best, one of the best safeties in the league, top five. I am a little lower on him than that. I think he's a great player, obviously. I think he's a hard hitter. I think he's a ball hawk, but I'm a little lower on him than that. I leave him at the top 100. Witherspoon, Ward, and there's also this one, Christian Gonzalez. I get it. He was an all pro. He was injured in his rookie year. As I said, I take it to the past few years into account. He played, I think, 4 or 5 games in his rookie year, was injured for the season. Year two, came played some all pro football. He was voted into the NFL second team all pro team, became an all pro cornerback. I am at 15th on my cornerback list, which is very low to a lot of people. A lot of people that was very controversial during the cornerback rankings video. But I think he just missed the list. Argue in the comments if you want. I think I wouldn't hate it if you put him on the list. But I think a lot of people are overrating him right now. I think he's a very good player still nonetheless. Christian Gonzalez, some honorable names, and Chris Godwin. who had an injury last season, was great before the injury, though. He just misses the top 100 as well. So yeah, those are your honorable names. And with that, let's get into the 2025 NFL 365 Analytics Top 100 list. And here is the official top 100 ranking. As you can see, the first few players on the list here. Jonathan Taylor of the Indianapolis Colts capping it off number 100. Vita Vea, Cooper DeJean, Bucky Irving. I'm going to give a little bit of a debriefing on the players lower, but when it gets higher, I'm going to go a little bit more in depth and talk about it a little bit more. But I'm just going to kind of give like a quick thing of the players lower on the list. Bucky Irving, DeForest Buckner, Jair Alexander, the new Baltimore Raven, Garrett Wilson, fresh off an extension, Jeff Simmons, Christian Wilkins, Baker Mayfield. I was thinking of putting him higher based off the season he just had. He had, I think, second most touchdown passes, second most yards. He had a great season, but I'd like to see a little bit more of it. I know he's Tampa Bay's franchise quarterback at this point. I think next year, if he repeats what he did, he'll be much higher on this list. Andrew Thomas, T. Higgins at 89, Brian Thomas Jr. one spot ahead of him, Brock Purdy, Jordan Love back to back there. Sam Laporta, Malik Neighbors, DJ Reed, a few Lions, and Malik Neighbors there. Drake London, Quinn Miners, one of the best guards in the National Football League, pretty newly extended. I think he got extended maybe last offseason it was. Quincy Williams of the New York Jets, Jared Goff, Dak Prescott, also back to back. Those two are very neck and neck in the quarterback ranks, in my opinion. Jonathan Grenard, 2024 Minnesota Vikings free agent signing, came in there and repeated exactly what he's done with the Houston Texans. Very, very good pass rusher. Derwin James Jr., Josh Jacobs, Jalen Ramsey traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers only a few weeks ago. Derek Brown, Minka Fitzpatrick, same thing, a part of the Jalen Ramsey trade. They're very, very close in the rankings. Will Anderson Jr., Terry McLaurin, he wants a new extension. Let's see if he plays for the Commanders this year. Matt Stafford, Tyler Linderbaum, Leonard Williams, who had the best season of his career. He's coming off a career year at Seattle. Two Texans back to back here, CJ Stroud and Danielle Hunter. Mike Evans, Jared Verse, who only played his rookie year and he was a defensive rookie of the year. I think he's a future defensive player of the year. The Rams, y'all got your new Aaron Donald. Brian Branch, Xavier McKinney, two safeties back to back there. Travis Kelce, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, a lot of people might consider him being pretty low on the list because he just won a Super Bowl. He was a Super Bowl MVP. But there are some other quarterbacks in the league that I would side with over Jalen Hurts in a quarterback debate. And same thing with Travis Kelce. Well, a bunch of people might think he's too low. You just said it was coming off the past few seasons. I think Travis Kelce looked totally, not totally washed, but very washed compared to what he is. He looked not as good of a route runner, and he was one of the guys that helped Mahomes so well. And Mahomes didn't have one of his best years. Yeah, he still was good. Obviously, Mahomes is Mahomes, but it wasn't an elite year for Mahomes. He didn't make the Pro Bowl. But that Jalen Hurts one might be a little bit controversial. Trey McBride, Marlon Humphrey, Christian Darrisaw, Demario Davis, one of the most consistent players in the league over the years now. Nico Collins, Joe Tooney, Devontae Adams, Jaden Daniels coming off a rookie year, NFC Championship appearance. Brock Bowers caps off the first half or the bottom half at number 50. Chris Lindstrom, in my opinion, I believe I have him as the best guard in the league. I think he's the best guard in the entire league. Zach Bond, Jalen Carter, two Eagles defenders back to back. Trent McDuffie, Puka Nacua, Rashawn Slater, Aiden Hutchinson. Aiden Hutchinson would be much higher, much higher on the list. He'd probably be top 20 if he didn't suffer the injury last year. Antoine Winfield Jr., Jameer Gibbs, Cam Hayward, Quentin Williams, two defensive linemen back to back there. In my rankings, those were two guys that were literally neck and neck in the rankings. I think you could have argued that Hayward was better than Williams, even at 35 years old, or however old Cam Hayward is at this point. Bijan Robinson, Creed Humphrey, Justin Herbert, Derek Stingley Jr., Tyreek Hill, Jalen Johnson, Max Crosby, Trey Hendrickson, looking for a new extension. Hopefully the Bengals can get that done soon at number 31. Christian McCaffrey, that might be a little bit controversial. People might think he's too high on the list. 2023, he was the best running back in the league, no questions about it. Obviously, this past season, we saw Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry, what they did. He's now the third best running back in the league, in my opinion. Still comes in top 30 on the list, though. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Mr. Consistency. He's been good with the Lions since he came out of USC. Nick Bosa, Lane Johnson, Kyle Hamilton, Jesse Bates. I still think Jesse Bates is the best safety in the league. Um, most people consider Kyle Hamilton the best safety in the league at this point. I still think Jesse Bates is the best safety in the league. George Kittle, Roquan Smith. Roquan, you could argue, is a little too high. Didn't play as well as he had this past season, but I still put him pretty high. AJ Brown, new Super Bowl champion. Obviously, I'm gonna scroll up with the scroll wheel here. See if it'd be any slower. Trent Williams, Sauce Gardner. Sauce Gardner coming off a new extension. Trent Williams, I think he's 37, 38 years old at this point, still playing like one of the best pure offensive linemen in the entire league. CeeDee Lamb, Penei Sewell, Dexter Lawrence. Penei Sewell, probably the best pure run blocker in the entire league. I think he'll go down as one of the best pure run blockers the NFL has ever seen. He was a slam dunk draft pick for the Lions out of Oregon. TJ Watt, now the new highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL as of, I think it was Friday he got paid. Kristen Wirfs, Fred Warner, Jordan Mailata. Jordan Mailata, in my opinion, the best offensive lineman in the league, period. Former seventh round pick of the Eagles, has turned into everything they could have dreamed of. Fred Warner, one of the best defensive players in the league. Kristen Wirfs, a staple and the best player on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I'll scroll up a little bit more. I might show number 10. I'm going to show number 10 and 9, but Derrick Henry, Chris Jones, Derrick Henry, obviously behind Saquon Barkley, was right there. Of broke records for the Ravens, was great, but Saquon Barkley get a little bit better every year. And Chris Jones, still, again, I'd say still the best interior defensive lineman in the league of the Kansas City Chiefs. So he comes in at number 11. And we're going to do a little bit of a highlight tape and a voiceover for the top 10. As you can see, 2 players in the top 10 already, but I spoiled a little bit. Let's get right into the top 10 of the 365 Analytics Top 100. Coming in at the number 10 position on the 2025 365 Analytics NFL Top 100. It is none other than Minnesota Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson. Everybody knows the former LSU product, former first round pick, Jalen Reagor, of all people, went one pick before him and fell into the Minnesota Vikings' lap. And it's been nothing short of an all-time receiver since he's been there. He has a chance to go down as the greatest of all time. I go as far as saying that. I think he has a chance to do it. I'm not saying he will, but he has a chance to surpass Randy Moss in Minnesota Vikings history. He's already broke some of Randy Moss's records, if that. He has a chance. I don't know if he has a chance to surpass Jerry Rice, but he is going to be an all-time great when it's all said and done. Put me on record saying that he's going to be one of the best ever when his career is over. At number 10, Justin Jefferson. And at number 9 is a guy who is probably in the next month or so going to become the highest paid non-quarterback in the league and surpass TJ Watt. It is Micah Parsons of the Dallas Cowboys, former first-round pick out of Penn State. The Penn State pass rushers, man, they get it done. And he, like Justin Jefferson for the Vikings, been nothing short of exceptional for the Dallas Cowboys. There's been great Dallas Cowboy defensive linemen over the years. We've had DeMarcus Lawrence. We've had DeMarcus Ware. Micah Parsons has the chance, and a lot of people would argue he's already better than those guys were. And DeMarcus Ware, he was an absolute beast. He's already better than DeMarcus Lawrence in Cowboys history. I don't think that's really debatable. But DeMarcus Ware was that guy, and Micah Parsons is going to be even better than him, in my opinion. Again, another guy who I think is going to go down as all-time great pass rusher at number 9, Micah Parsons. Number 8 is the youngest Triple Crown winner in the history of the NFL. At 24 years old, he won the Triple Crown this past season in 2024. Uno, number 1, former LSU product, former 5th overall pick in 2021 of the Cincinnati Bengals. Everybody knows who it is. It is Ja'Marr Chase, and he is the best receiver, the highest rated receiver on this list, and the best receiver in the National Football League, neck and neck with Justin Jefferson. Everybody knows the story. Joe Burrow, college teammates with him, college teammates also with Justin Jefferson to form one of the greatest trios in the history of the NCAA college football landscape. And he has been nothing short of exceptional for the Bengals since he's been in the NFL. A $41 million per year receiver is a crazy thing to say, especially as a Cincinnati Bengals fan who were once known as the cheapest franchise in maybe sports. So at number 8, it is Ja'Marr Chase. Number 7 It is the former Alabama cornerback, Defensive Player of the Year winner, the staple of Vance Joseph's defense in Denver. It is number 2, Patrick Surtain II, his former Alabama product. His dad played football. He played for the Miami Dolphins and might have played for the Chiefs for a little while. Don't quote me on that. Could be incorrect, but I know he played for the Dolphins. And Patrick Surtain II, or Patrick Surtain Jr., has been nothing short of exceptional since he's been in the NFL. I don't think there's an argument at this point that he is clearly the best cornerback in the league. Defensive Player of the Year this past season. Absolute ball hawk for the Denver Broncos. He comes in at number 7 on the list. Coming in at number 6, it is the reigning most valuable player in the National Football League. The savior of Buffalo, New York. It is obviously Josh Allen. Everybody knows how good this dude is at number 6 on the list. The most valuable player. The man, the myth, the legend in Buffalo. Everybody loves him. Everybody loves him. This might be a little bit controversial because I have 2 other quarterbacks over him, but everybody knows the pure runner that he is. He's a power runner. He has the strongest arm, maybe, debatably, with Justin Herbert in the National Football League. Just won the MVP. You can't put him any lower than this. At number 6, Josh Allen. Even more controversy on the list here. Here we go at number 5, starting on the top 5 of the top 100. It is Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens. 2-time most valuable player. The best running quarterback the NFL has ever seen. And it's not even a debate. Don't bring up Michael Vick. He is the best running quarterback the NFL has ever seen. Will go down probably as the best Baltimore Ravens quarterback of all time. He probably already is the best Baltimore Ravens quarterback of all time. He's probably surpassed Joe Flacco already. And maybe the only reason he hasn't because he hasn't won a Super Bowl. The 3rd ranked quarterback in the league for me, and 5th ranked on the top 100, Lamar Jackson. Hate to say it because he's a Baltimore Raven, but this dude is an all-time great. He's going to be an all-time great. This is going to be a guy we talk about for generations. You're going to tell your kids about Lamar Jackson. They're going to tell their kids about Lamar Jackson, and they are going to tell their kids about Lamar Jackson. He's that good. At number 5, Lamar Jackson. And at number 4, the savior of Cincinnati, Ohio, former Heisman Trophy winner out of Louisiana State University. Cincinnati Bengals former number 1 overall pick, leader in the NFL in passing yards and passing touchdowns this past season, 2-time comeback player of the year. You all know the name. It is Joe Burrow. He's dealt with some injuries in his time, and twice he's came back and won that comeback player of the year award. This past season was his best season yet. 4,500 yards, 45 touchdowns, broke Cincinnati Bengals records, and had the best quarterback season that Cincinnati has ever seen in the professional football team's history. And it's not even really close. He's that good. He's one of the highest paid quarterbacks, not the highest paid quarterback. When he got paid, he was the highest paid quarterback in the league. I believe Dak Prescott's over him now, but the 2nd highest rated quarterback on this list, it is Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow. At number 3, it is a guy who just won a Super Bowl, and we're seeing some highlights of him against his former team here. It is Saquon Barkley of the Philadelphia Eagles, former New York Giants, 1st-round pick in 2018 out of Penn State. Quadzilla, they might call him, was the leading force of a Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl ring this past season and was the best running back in the National Football League, and there's really no debate about it. Came into Philadelphia as a free agent signing of a former division rival and absolutely took the league by storm. Rushing for almost 2,000 yards. I do not believe he hit that 2,000-yard mark, but he almost got there. And if he played that 17th game, he might have got it. Or he would have got it, I should say. At number 3, Saquon Barkley. And at number 2, I hate to say it, this dude is an absolute dog. The best pass rusher in the National Football League. The best defensive player in the National Football League. An absolute phenom on the Browns defensive line, and about the only bright spot the Cleveland Browns have right now. At number 2 on the list, it is Myles Garrett. I argued for the past few years now that TJ Watt was better than this man, and I am eating my words at this point. I was totally wrong. TJ Watt this past season did did not have his best season. He was still a good player, but he did not have his greatest year. Myles Garrett has consistently put up elite seasons, as you can see, terrorizing my Cincinnati Bengals there. This dude is an absolute dog. He's going to go down as an all-time great, as I said, for a lot of players in this top 10. And he comes in at number 2 on the list, and you all know who number 1 is. At numero uno on the 2025 365 Analytics Top 100 rankings, it is still number 15 in Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, 2-time MVP, 3-time Super Bowl champion. Pains me to say it. Super Bowl loser this past year, though. Lost to the Philadelphia Eagles, as everybody knows. Has been the AFC champion for 3 straight seasons. And it sucks because I hate it. But the Kansas City Chiefs have been in the AFC championship game for how many seasons in a row now? 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Is that correct? Is that 7, 8? And all but one, I think, has been at Arrowhead Stadium. That was 2023 against the Baltimore Ravens, was in Baltimore. But they've been to 7 straight, 8 straight AFC championship games now. I don't think you can dispute that Mahomes is still the best player in the NFL. It's closer than it has been in years past, but he still comes in at number 1 on my top 100 ranking. And that is going to do it for the 2025 365 Analytics Top 100 rankings. If you guys did enjoy, please like and subscribe to the channel. That would all be greatly appreciated, as always, but I say that every video. And yeah, what's to come? I'd say that we're gonna have a little bit of a fun video coming up for the 100 video special. We are approaching 100 videos quickly on the channel. I believe this video, when it gets uploaded, is gonna be number 98. Then we're gonna have number 99 pretty soon. And the 100th video is gonna be a little bit of a special video. I'm gonna do like a little bit of a trivia, fun NFL trivia thing, which should be pretty fun. It's probably gonna be like a beginning of August upload, maybe end of July. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna have, obviously, as August rolls around, predictions all over the channel, season predictions, award predictions, futures bets. We're gonna have fantasy football mock drafts. We're gonna have everything on the channel soon, approaching the NFL season. So I am absolutely ready for football. I cannot wait. And yeah, that's about all I have to say. Hope you guys did enjoy the top 100. Give some feedback down below in comments. It can be bad feedback, good feedback. Any feedback is good feedback, in my opinion. I'd like to hear you guys' opinions, takes, and all of that. So, yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see y'all next time.